Okay, welcome in. I'm now going to be reviewing Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Heading into this game, the Panthers did have a 3-1 series lead. They lost Game 4 in Edmonton. They were looking to close things out at home in front of their fans. In the first period, despite the fact that Oilers were on the penalty kill, they would strike. Connor Brown would get his second goal of the playoffs 5.5 minutes into the first frame. In the second period, Zach Hyman would strike early, 1 minute and 58 seconds. To be exact, getting his 15th goal of the playoffs from Evan Bouchard and Connor McDavid. That was also a power play goal, giving the Oilers a 2-0 lead. Connor McDavid would get his 7th goal of the playoffs from Foegele and Evan Bouchard 5 minutes into that second period, increasing the lead to 3-0. Matthew Tkachuk would finally stop the bleeding momentarily, getting his 6th goal of the playoffs from Evan Rodriguez 6 minutes and 53 seconds of the second, making it 3-1 in favor of Edmonton. Corey Perry would strike, getting his first goal of the playoffs from McDavid and Evan Bouchard, and that goal happened with 8 minutes and 6 seconds remaining, a power play goal as well, giving the Oilers a 4-1 lead. 14 seconds after that, Evan Rodriguez would cut the deficit in half, getting his 7th goal of the playoffs from Montour and Sam Bennett. At that point, it was 4-2 in favor of Edmonton, heading into the third period. In the third, Oliver Ekman-Larsson would cut the deficit to 4-3, getting his 2nd goal of the playoffs from Matthew Tkachuk, 4 minutes and 4 seconds of the third period. And then late in the third, with the Panthers pulling Bobrovsky, unfortunately it did not pan out, as Connor McDavid would strike, getting his 2nd goal of the playoffs. His 2nd goal of the game, his 8th goal of the playoffs, and that goal happened with just 19 seconds remaining. So I'm going to show you my little playoff bracket, and I have updated it. And I'm just going to scroll on over to the playoff mode, hit the load screen, hit the finals. I may have to zoom out on this one, so just bear with me here. Yeah, I do got to zoom out. So this is the simulation that I've done so far. Now, I'm very much aware McDavid has more than 28 points, but when I just do a simulation through the game, it's never actually accurate. But this is, so if you take a look down there, I will click on the playoff brackets, and you can see the two teams in the middle. The Panthers have a 3-2 series lead. So heading into game number 6, will the Oilers be able to make a little history of themselves and force a game 7 back in Florida? Or will the Panthers be able to finally stop the bleeding after 2 straight losses and finally capture their first Stanley Cup? Only one way to find out, and we do have to wait. I believe the game is on Friday evening, and I will have a review Friday night. And it's either going to be congratulating the Panthers on their first championship game, or congratulating the Oilers for forcing a game number 7 in the Stanley Cup final. As always, if you're new to this channel and you like this type of content, feel free to hit the sub button. I'd be very grateful and very appreciative. Until next time, and as always, take care.